Namaste Mitro. Today I am going to talk about planet Mercury. In my previous videos, especially in the video in which I have explained about planet Moon, I have also talked a little bit about planet Mercury. Now, planet Moon and planet Mercury, they both are the lord of brain, but different aspects. In the sense, planet Moon is for the brain part, mainly the memory, mainly the brain functioning and all. The nervous system of the body and the nervous part of the body belongs to planet Mercury. Planet Mercury in astrology is the only planet, it gives you instant results and then sets. Then again it rises like a sun, gives you instant results and then again sets. It is the most fastest moving planet in astrology. Okay, also you might check it in the solar system as well. It's also the same. So it gives you instant results. If I talk about instant results, guys, planet Mercury, as per my analysis, is the only planet that affects your present situation. It affects your present situation. If your planet Mercury is malefic or weak, it destroys your present situation, so the future goes into darkness. Okay, and nowadays if you see, everything is related to brain. There are very less things that are related to bodily strength or your bodily presence, because most of the things have become virtual. And also, not even your presence is required in some places, even your voice is also required. So this is also the lord for your voice. Okay, this is also the lord for your argumentative skills. This is also the lord for your the way you answer it, the way you put your words, the language, the voice skills. This is also the lord for that. Okay, now if I talk about in detail about planet Mercury, it is mostly associated with mental and intellectual aspect. Okay, now what is mental and intellectual aspects? You will find few people who are very good in playing mobile games, but when you talk about playing with chess, with them in chess, they would not find it comfortable. They would feel uncomfortable, or else they will have a pain in their head. A part of their brain would be paining, or they would have a stress. They would feel a stress inside their brain. So that is all about a weak planet Mercury. It is always about the intellectual aspect in a human being. Okay, the understanding and retention capacity. The understanding and retention capacity, in the sense, if I talk about students, there are few students who sit in the first bench, who intentionally sit in the first bench so that they understand what is happening. They can see and understand. There are few students who sit in the middle of the row or in the last bench and they just listen it and they capture it. That is retention capacity. The retention capacity is based on voice, not on visual. So they are much more sharper in brain. What is understanding capacity? For an example, when I was a trainer, I would like to say there were few trainees. If you make them understand, they are mentally in some other world. They will be dreaming of some other state. They would be thinking that of some other, their own dreamland. They would cook up stories and all, and then when you ask them a question, it would be like that. So their retention capacity is not that good, their understanding capacity is not that good. And some are there who were not present in the class for a day, but they got the notes down from their friends, and they would read the notes and they would understand about 50% of the content. That is understanding capacity, guys. The best example is Dr. Ramanujam, who was very good in mathematical calculations, integration, differentiation. These are something which is not done by many of the people, especially the scientists. They have a very strong planet Mercury. Okay, mentally complex calculations, they would never indulge into that. Mentally complex calculations like coding part. For an example, if a good coder is there and there would be another coder, in case the generator of the code, the parent of the code script which is written, he is not there, and there is another guy who knows the code but he is new to that program, and he has been given the task to understand the flaws in the code. So there will be very few people who can read the code correctly, and they could analyze and they could sort out where it has got wrong. Okay, that is also, you can say, any kind of testing of the code. They're also good in planet Mercury. Now what happens in this is that there are few people who refrain from doing any complex calculations in life as well, and in studies aspect as well, and in practical life as well. So sometimes what happens is, when you talk about for them for saving money is also a complex calculation, guys. When you take a plan for life insurance, or when you take a plan for health insurance or any kind of insurance, they would say you some figures, and then after some years it would become this if you pay this premium. It's also a complex calculation, right? It's based on a formula. So some people just don't understand it. Some people just go for it. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to pay this premium. Okay, I'll get it, right? So some people ask, what is the risk factor? What is the probability that you would give it to me in this situation? What is the probability if I cut this premium, if I stop this paying the premium for 10 years, if it's a 15 years plan, and then what would be the return amount that I would get? So there are very few people who question back, there are very few people who see the other aspect which is not shown to them. Okay, that's also planet Mercury. So always in a rush, guys. I'm specifically talking about few people that I've come across. They're always in a rush. So in a sense, like it has to be done right now. He doesn't knows, or she doesn't knows, what are the consequences, what is the situation of the other person. It has to be done now. No, this is a weak planet Mercury. Okay, the decision making skills are totally poor. For an example, I say about Alexander. Okay, he thought of that he would conquer India, but his decision making was not so correct. When he came to India, he saw saucers flying in the air, and when it came down, it cut through the heads of the Europeans, of his soldiers, right? They were all in havoc and they ran away from there. It was porous, they were fighting with porous. So decision making capability is not that good of these people. They will be always in a rush, they will be always in a hurry, and they will be, it's like they want to conquer everything in one go. It doesn't happen that way. Okay, so when I talk about application of knowledge, guys, see, I'll tell you something. I always used to, I was a student in my childhood who never used to love maths. Never ever used to love maths, but I used to love computers. I don't know how. I was very good in computers, in hardware, in software. If you talk about, I was very good in computers, but I never used to understand a bit of maths. Just pass marks, that's it. So there was instances where I used to ask my father and ask my elders, what is the need of teaching so many things in maths when we only have to apply plus and minus in daily life? So at that point of time, I can say that I was not in a position to apply that knowledge in real life. But now I understand what is compound interest, what is simple interest and all, and how it works in when you do a fixed deposit and when you do a recurring deposit. What are the formulas that they apply? What are the conditions that they apply? So that is all application of knowledge, guys. If you learn something, and I'm telling you this thing, guys, there were instances in our childhood. Nowadays children are not raised in that way. They have everything visual. They know how a lion looks, how a deer looks. When our stories were being told by our grandparents, they used to explain how the lion used to look. It used to have long hairs, his face, he would have a mustache, okay, his body would be heavy, strong, he would roar with a heavy voice. So we all used to imagine, okay, lion used to look like that. Okay, otherwise we used to look on the notebooks. But nowadays the children do not have to apply that analysis or apply that imaginative skills or apply that analytical skills. They have everything available on cartoon, They have everything available on television. So that's why the imagination level, the creativity level has reduced, if you see. So it's all about application of knowledge. Whatever you learn in your life, even it's a small thing, guys, it will always be useful to you, though not in tangible way, might be an intangible way. Okay, see, planet Mercury is always about calculations, guys. So when a person is, when you find a person who thinks that, okay, I stay in Begumpet in A location and I have to go to the C location, so I have to go through the path which is B location. Okay, so I have to take the road going from A to B and then B to C. How much time would it take? When I have to start? At what time should I reach that I'll be on time? At what time should I plan my day so that I can take a rest and I can start my day early so that I can reach on time? Everything is planned. Everything is like in a same pattern so that there is no disturbance, there is no chaos. So that is all about calculations, guys. Calculations not only means mathematical calculations. Calculations not only mean in money matters, but also in your daily life. About our calculation, about how you utilize your time, how you invest your time, how much you invest your time, and what is the importance or priority that you give in your daily life, and how you gradually progress your day. Okay, see, I'll tell you something. There is a point here written as language and voice and expressive oneself. When I talk about language, guys, the things that come under language in subcategory are, when it's a weak planet Mercury, they would generally have abusive language. Okay, liars, they would say a lie as if it's a very normal thing for them without even blinking their eye. Basically the girls do that. Okay, polluted language in the sense they would use a language which will not give you a good feeling, or else it might be a double meaning, a hidden meaning inside it, and that too it will not be a good meaning inside it. Hurtful language, guys. Hurtful language is what is that you can do for me, what you will do. These all kind of language are hurtful language. Okay, you don't know who I am, you don't know what damage I can do. These all are kind of hurtful language, guys. Okay, when I talk about voice, the singers generally, they have a very good planet Mercury. It is for their voice. They are famous because of their voice. All the famous singers that you see, or else all the famous people who are there in radio, in documentary, in voice kind of carriers, they are very good in planet. They have very good planet Mercury. Even the radio jockeys, you can say, even the documentary voice that you have in Mahabharata, the person who became Samay, that's also a good voice, right? So that they all had a good planet Mercury. So in voice, the subcategories are tone of voice, okay, sweetness of voice, and heaviness of voice. See, heaviness of voice are of two kinds. One which insists you or gives you a feeling of an elderly voice, okay, and heaviness of voice is something. In other cases, if you see, if it's a weak planet Mercury, it would be irritable voice, it will be scratching voice. Okay, so that is all weak planet Mercury. Guys, planet Mercury is also the lord for savings. There are few people who work extremely hard, but the money doesn't stays in their pocket for long. That's also a weak planet Mercury. If you're not able to save your money, it's always a weak planet Mercury, guys. Okay, it also comes in money management. Okay, stock market loss, it does happens because of weak planet Mercury. Negative direction, guys. There are few people who are always enthralled going the wrong way. They find it, why not do this way rather than going the straight way, which is difficult or which is hard working or which is time taking or which involves patience. They would go in the negative way for a return in less time, for easy money, for easy fame, for easy success. Okay, I'll give you an example, guys. You might be knowing about yellow media, which propagates a negative news a positive news in a negative way, so that their popularity, their TRP increases. And there is a media channel, there might be one or two media channel which propagate the positive news in a positive way. So you will find very less TRPs for that. That's also weak planet Mercury, guys. There is a way, there are few people in the society who try to do the negative popularity of a thing, so that they become more popular. They are being counted in the market. Okay. Guys, weak planet Mercury people are generally scammers, okay, hackers, tax evasion, bribery. Guys, remember the crimes: scammers, hackers, tax evasion and bribery. It always involves brain. These all crimes do not involve bravery, or do not involve a moment of time or a circumstance. These all involve brain. They are involving their brain in a negative way. Scammers, you need to have a very good brain to scam a thing. Okay. Frank William Abagnale, you all know. Catch Me If You Can movie. Hackers, yes, hackers are actually intelligent people, but they are using the knowledge in a negative way. Tax evasion, yes. Bribery and not getting caught, planet Mercury. They know how to escape. Guys, especially in these people, it has been observed a trait wherein they will show attitude towards the person who has helped them in life. Like for an example, if you have helped them in life to grow, they take their help from you, and then they grow, and when again you meet them in life or you are along with them, they would show their attitude. They would say that they have done it on their own strength, you have not helped them out, you have taken their advantage. They would show these kind of attitude issues towards the person who has helped them in life. That's a weak planet Mercury, guys. Okay. Planet Mercury rules relationship with sister and aunt. Planet Mercury rules relationship with sister and aunt. If it's weak, the relationship will not be good. Okay. Any kind of developmental issues, like any kind of mental issues or developmental issues that you will find in a small child from the beginning, from the birth time, is also planet Mercury, weak planet Mercury. Okay, schizophrenic, Alzheimer, or any kind of mental issues, guys, it's always planet Mercury, guys. You know, like there is a mental disorder wherein they will forget the person, even if it's a family member. If they see them every day, they would forget it once they wake up in the morning. That's also planet Mercury, guys. It's a disease, I'm forgetting that name. Okay, respiratory disorders, guys. Okay, skin issues, impotency, okay, genital organs issues, guys, endocrine system issues, brain issues. These all are, when a weak planet Mercury is there, these all are health issues that you all will face. Coming back to solutions, guys, practical solutions. Okay, I told you all, right, they will be always enthralled to take the wrong path. Change your circle, first of all. Change your friends. Guys, there was a saying which I have read: if you do the same thing again and again, the results would be same. The outcome will be the same, be it whatever. So you have to do a different task to get the outcome different. Change your circle. Get into the circle of those people who are successful in life, who are hardworking, who are the ones who are good orators, who are the ones who have a good lifestyle, who are the ones who are rich people. How did they get rich? Ask them how did they get rich into that position? How much time did it take? What did they do? What was their thinking in the brain? See, I'll tell you something. I was listening to the interview of Bajaj CEO. He told it was a time when he had to survive for 300 rupees in a month. It was in late 1970s and 1980s, I'm telling guys. He was also running a company at that time. So he was thinking, whenever he was going to purchase something, he used to think, is this thing, can he survive without this thing? It's a yes or a no. He would either take it. If it's a yes, no, then he would not take it. He has actually cut his expenses, saved money in the pocket, and he has run a company which is an international company right now. You all might be knowing Bajaj Pulsar is one of the largest selling bikes in the whole world. It has shown its mettle of India in automobile industry, two-wheelers. So guys, change your circle, change the way the other people, try to get the positive vibes of the other people. Okay? Concentration exercises. There are many concentration exercises, guys. When a person has weak planet Mercury, I told you all, they would be lost in their imaginary world. Okay? So start doing concentration exercises. Mostly Tratak is a very good concentration exercise. Take time in taking decisions. If it's not important, just say that, yeah, you might need some time to take a decision on that. Don't be in a hurry. Don't take a decision in a hurry. Take suggestions. If you have any elder person or if you have any experienced person who has undergone the same situation, take their suggestions. Guys, there are many apps which are available for IQ exercises on our phones. Use that. Increase your IQ. I'm not talking about EQ. EQ is a different planet ruling. So I'm telling, yeah, EQ is being ruled by planet Moon. IQ is being ruled by planet Mercury. Stop gossiping. These people will be always gossiping. They are doing this, you know, this girl had worn this clothes, and you know, she's looking like this, and XYZ, and whatever that's happening in office, they would be talking about it. They're always in gossiping. So I would recommend them, stop gossiping. Stop concentrating on other things which are not important to you. Start concentrating in your life. Okay, guys, I'm a first degree Reiki healer. So my guru used to say that whenever we talk about negative things about a third person, we are taking their negative energy and that person is getting healed. So two people shouldn't talk about a third person negatively. They should either talk a positive thing or they should refrain from talking any negative thing. Guys, these people who have weak planet Mercury, they're actually time wasters. So stop wasting your time. Your time is as important as you are for anyone in your family. So stop wasting your time, guys. Start utilizing your time. I told you, right, planet Mercury is the only planet which gives you instant results and destroys your present if it's weak, so that your future becomes dark. Okay, guys, if you all have stammering issues or nervousness issues, try to take some therapy sessions for that. Go in for some psychological therapy or some linguistic therapy wherein you can get your stammering and nervousness issues cured. Okay, guys, those who have a weak planet Mercury and money is not getting saved, I would recommend them, put your money in a deposit or an investment where you can't pull out the money. That's, you are doing a saving forcibly, but you have to do it in order to save money. Saving money, I understand, is the money that you earn actually. It's not the money which you get in your salary, in your account. Guys, always do safe investment. Do not go for stock market. Okay. The spiritual solutions, guys. You can chant the Bij mantra of planet Mercury. You will get it on Google. Chant it 108 times every day. It's very easy. It's very short. You can do it. Okay. Also, if possible, please pray to Lord Surya. In the sense, it is also the planet which enhances your brain capabilities. Start learning new linguistic skills. It expands your memory, it expands your brain, it changes the way your brain thinks. Okay, if you start learning a new linguistic skill, a new language, not only the regional language, I'm talking about international languages, it also expands your memory. Guys, that was all from my side. Planet Mercury, we had a very short and crisp discussion. If you all have any other suggestions, do comment it in this video. Thank you so much.